saying that.
Alright. So this will just like cycle through these. So I made a little like radial engine. It's all like machined from scratch, everything's from scratch on it. Ended up taking me about 200 hours of machining to do it. And then the guys downstairs, well, mainly Cameron downstairs in the shop, he put in a lot of time as well doing a lot of it. It was like CNC profiles. And then I came in with the hand machines to like finish everything, just because they're like not really nice shapes. And I did like the best I could with the shapes, but it's just like kind of the nature of it. Like it has to be 7-sided, which is not fun to machine. Everything's in orders of 7. And so it just gives you like weird funky angles. And then like things like on the back, like it's just another setup to move that around. While I'm talking, I'll pass this around. I ran out of aluminum when I was like finishing it up, so the back is out of acrylic just to like get it done. So just, it's not very strong in that back. It'll sit on its own, but just careful when you're passing it around. So yeah, it has like, that's like 120 fasteners holding it together, and like a couple hundred parts in total. So right now it's not working. Kind of bummed about that. Basically, I try to like do a new timing system just so I wouldn't have to machine hinges and planetary gear sets, and I've realized why that's kind of a necessity. It's just the nature of it. You've got to do that, and so basically the timing system has just way too much friction, and so it doesn't spin smoothly. But if you pull all of the push rods up so that it releases all that tension, I was able to spin it up with a drill like full speed. And so all the cylinders and everything work, and I can do pressure tests on the cylinders, and I know that those hold pressure. It just, I can't get the air in at the right time to make it spin full speed. But yeah, I'll just open up questions. I don't really know what all you guys want to know about it. Yeah.
Did you have any experience with like car engines before you made this? Or?
No. So I did a lot of research into radial engines, but you can basically buy the plans of these for like $50. And I really didn't want to do that. I felt like that was kind of cheating to just buy a plan like when I knew that would work. So I did a lot of research. There's not a ton in like compression ratios to make it actually like kick to the other side. So basically the only thing I took from someone else was I like there was one plan that was like kind of sketchy and online without paying for it. And so I just took his ratios for the compression and used that, but everything else was like completely from scratch, and just like looking at pictures of how other people had done it and kind of just going from there. And then like the timing system, I didn't see anyone else who did it that way, and I know why. But that one was like on my own, but I didn't have any experience with engines. I originally wanted to make a V8 actually, but didn't want to machine a crankshaft. Now, I also had like no experience machining, so that's like why I like, did this, so I could learn machining. So now like I feel confident I could do a crankshaft. Like I've learned, you know, like just stupid intricate parts, how to make them. So I feel confident in that, but yeah, not really any experience. I used a lot of DFM in it too, because there's like a lot of weird screw entrances and stuff that I like had to figure out how to like so you could actually put it together. So there was a lot of thought that went into that. Design for manufacturability, and also DFA is the screws, so design for assembly. Yeah.
Why does it have to be 7-sided?
So it has to be an odd number of cylinders. So you can do 3, 5, 7, or 9. After 9, it just like is, you can do more. It just gets really complicated. The reason being, if it's even, you'll have two of the strokes are going to fire at the same time. And so they'll just hit each other and it won't spin. So you have to have it going like this so it actually spins. And then like traditionally, they would do 9, like for airplane engines, like these are 4. They would do 9 cylinders, and then they would stack them back, and they could go back 7 like rows of these, and they were getting them up to like 400 horsepower with like the full-blown versions of them. But then you have cooling issues, and then eventually turboprops came along and like just obliterated these things and power to weight. So that's why I went with 7, just because it looked cooler than 5, and 3 looked stupid. So, and I don't want to make 9, so I went with 7. And I tried to like do. Okay.
You can keep talking.
I tried to do like little like aesthetics things that we learned. Like I did the stand as like in a V for like that human body kind of aesthetic. And like the cylinders are not actually perfectly square. They're like slightly rounded on the edges to kind of catch your eye 'cause it reflects the light weird. And like the fins are like completely unnecessary. So little things like that. Just like give it a little look to it.
Sweet.